Hi guys, and welcome to another in-depth review here on NTO Reviews. My name is Tyler, and today we'll be, of course, checking out this 2017 Toyota Highlander and the SE trim level. Now for 2017, we do see a few new trim levels, including this SE, which is sort of a new sport variant to the Highlander lineup. And for 2017, you do get some styling updates as well. Before we get started, I'd like to give a giant thanks out to Curry Toyota Scion in Watertown, Connecticut for allowing me to check out the car in today's video. If you are interested in purchasing any Scion or Toyota, give them a call, stop by, or check out their inventory online. All their contact information can be found in the description box. Now there aren't any packages fitted to this car, but it does have one option, which is the all-weather floor mats and trunk liner. Now looking at the side profile of the vehicle, your wheelbase stands at 109.8 inches, and you do have 8 possible color options, and this particular color is called Salsa Red Pearl. Now looking at the back, our powertrains, our front-wheel drive is standard, while a $1,065 option is all-wheel drive, of course. And you can tow up to 5,000 pounds when this car is properly equipped. Okay, so let's go ahead and start getting into details up here on the front, starting with the headlamps. Now the headlamps are projector halogen for your low beams and reflector halogen for your high beams. You also have LED daytime running lights. And down here you have some fog lights as well. Now up front here, we have a really nice grille design with these nice gloss black slats. On any other model, these would be painted silver, but really cool design there for the SE only. So good looking design up here, and also behind the Toyota emblem, you have all of your sensors for the Toyota Safety Sense package that comes standard on pretty much every Toyota you buy now. So coming down the side here, we have these really nice SE unique 19-inch wheels, and you have sort of the alloy color over here and then black inserts. Also the tires measure 245/55. Now up here we have these really nicely styled mirrors. We have a combination of the body color as well as the plastic as well, and the chrome, and you have your turn signal is there as well. You also have chrome coming all the way around the windows. And over here on your pillars is a nice gloss black. You also have your smart key entry system on the door handles, which we will get into a little bit later. Disc brakes back here as well. Nice rear profile to this car, and you have partial LED tail lamps. With the chrome Highlander logo. You also have your hidden exhaust tips in there. Nice rear wiper there. You also have a trunk release, and your backup cameras underneath there. You also have mud flaps and a nice spoiler at the top there, and your shocks. Now let's go ahead and pop the hood. Now popping the hood reveals a 3.5 liter V6 with 295 horsepower at 6,600 RPM and 263 pound-feet of torque at 4,700 RPM. Now the trim levels that get this engine are the LE all-wheel drive, LE Plus, XLE, SE like we see here, and the Limited. You also do have 2 other powertrains, which I will list a little bit later. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at this one. See, the engine just does take 0W20 oil. And a nice, pretty nice and small engine cover there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check out the interior, but not before checking out the smart key entry system like I showed you earlier. So how this system works is you have to have the key fob near the vehicle for this system to work. Now what you do is, to lock the vehicle, all you have to do is touch this little portion right there. Doors will lock, but then if you need to get inside the vehicle, all you have to do is put your hand behind the handle and the driver's door will unlock. Pretty convenient system there. A lot of cars are starting to come out with them. Now this SE has the black leather interior. And let's go ahead and check out the door panel first. So you have some nice sort of mimic carbon fiber right here and some nice silver accents as well. Lots of storage on the door. You can have a bottle holder. 6 speakers in this car. You have a nice leather armrest there. Your front and rear window controls, lock on lock, as well as your mirror controls as well. So taking a look at the left of the dash, you have some more silver accents. You have your auto switch for your high beams. You also have your start stop button off. You have your tailgate release, as well as your heated windshield control there. You have a little storage tray there for coins for when you're going through the toll booths. Gas tank release, as well as your hood release there. You have a parking brake, nice dead pedal right there. And you also have your 2 pedals there covered in rubber so you don't lose your grip. Now the steering wheel is also tilt and telescoping. All you have to do is release this lever and you can go up and down, back and forth. So I tried to uncover the seats as much as I can, but I do have to say very good attention to detail on these seats. I really like this central pattern right here. You also get that up here as well. Notice there's stitching almost everywhere there. And the seats are actually 12-way powered, so you have 2-way lumbar as well as a 2-way thigh extension. So pretty cool there. Alright, let's go ahead and hop in and check out the rest of the interior so we're not in the wind. Man, it is windy out today. So I have the key fob for the vehicle, and we're going to go ahead and leave it in this little baggie for the new owner. But it's a pretty nice key fob. You got the nice Toyota emblem on the back. You also have your lock, unlock, trunk release, and a panic alarm. And just keep in mind there is a physical key in there in case you need to use that. So all you really need to do to start this vehicle is make sure the key fob is inside, you have your foot on the brake, and you hit the engine start stop button. And the car starts right up. Okay, I have to say, just sitting in this car for a few minutes, just familiarizing myself with it. It's a very comfortable car. The seats are plenty comfortable. Nice lower back support. It would definitely be a really comfortable car on long trips, especially with the nice customizable options that the seat has, like the lumbar and thigh extension. So one thing I didn't point out earlier is that this car does have the blind spot assist there on the mirrors. I'm not sure if you can make that out there. Right about where the mirror of that Buick is there. It's not really focusing on it, but there's a little indicator there that'll light up if somebody's in your blind spot. And again, that does come standard on the Toyota Safety Sense that a lot of new Toyotas are coming standard with, which is a good thing. So we can go ahead and start here on the steering wheel. It's very nicely leather wrapped. Soft leather, not a whole lot of texture. You got some nice grip bolsters right here and some nice stitching as well. Stitching on the airbag cover too. Some nice silver accents as well. Now coming over here, we have all of our sort of media controls. We have the plus and minus for the volume. You also have your different radio stations, a mute button, as well as your voice commands, hang up and answer for your Bluetooth. Now coming over here, we have controls for your screen there in the middle that'll show you all kinds of menus and stuff. We also have a back and a different page button there. Also, we have a lane departure warning. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is a forward collision warning system that again comes standard with the Toyota Safety Sense. Now down here, We also have something pretty interesting, which is adaptive cruise control. Again, coming standard on Toyota Safety Sense. I keep repeating that it comes standard because it's a very good option, very good package that Toyota is now making standard on cars that cost, just around $20,000. The base model Corolla actually comes standard with adaptive cruise control and all those different safety features that you saw. So really cool that Toyota includes that stuff. Big, gotta give them a big hand for that. Now over here we have most of your lighting controls. Headlights over here, of course, and then your fog lights, your turn signals, and your high beams. Coming over here, we see our front and rear wiper controls. And up here we have some pretty nice gauges. I'm not really sure if you can see, I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, but there's a nice soft blue accent that's going around the gauges there. Looks really nice. You have our RPM temperature over here, and your speed readout, as well as your gas gauge. Now again, we can go ahead and take a look at this screen in here like we saw earlier. So using these arrows on the steering wheel, we have all kinds of different information here. You have your audio menu there, your different warnings, your auto start stop, your messages like if you need a oil change, that'll show up there, as well as your settings. So you can turn all of your safety items on and off there. You also have just your basic information there. Pretty cool stuff, but it's very usable here. So really nice dash layout here. Lots of storage space, and it's a very nicely designed interior here. So up here we have a digital clock, which is always easy just to glance at super quick. And down here we have a really nice screen now. I apologize because of the glare, but we can kind of work around it. But for starters, this is your audio screen right here. You have all your different inputs there. So we have a home screen there. Kind of shows our navigation over there and some different menus. Your phone screen right there. You have different apps as well, such as your navigation. Pretty nice screen. You can move all around, as well as zoom in and out. Coming over here, this is your phone screen. And of course, once you pair up a phone, you'll have your contacts and everything will sync in. You have a seek and a track button right there as well. And you could also put your micro SD card for the navigation system there. You have XM radio as well. We have our start stop button like we saw earlier. You have hazards, front and rear defrost, as well as heated mirrors. This car actually has a 3-zone climate control, so one for the driver, one for the front passenger, and one for the rear passengers, which is pretty cool. You have recycling, fan speed. You also have your different zones there, rear temperature. You can control the rear zone from here or in the back. So pretty cool there. And the metallic work really seems to shine in the sun right here. You can see that sort of gloss carbon fiber mimicked trim there. Nice stitching on the dashboard as well. So let's go ahead and look down here where we have a nice storage tray running the whole length of the dash there. Really cool just to put your phone right here or put any sort of paperwork that you need. So down here we have a couple of power outlets here. So down here we have a USB and aux inlet, and we also have 2 USB chargers, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. So really cool to keep you connected there. You have a traction control off button, you have snow mode, you have a hill descent mode, as well as a differential lock button right there for if you're stuck in the snow or whatever reason here. So right down here we have our gear selector right here, nicely leather wrapped. You're gonna have some sort of metal accents right there, and you do have an 8-speed automatic. course, putting it into reverse shows your backup camera. You also have guidance lines. You have neutral and drive. You could also put it over into a sort of sport mode where you can go between the gears as well. Pretty cool. And the shifter is gated. You have a couple of cup holders here accented in chrome. Big cup holders, pretty big cup holders. You also have heated seats for both the driver and passenger. Now, taking a look up here, we have a pretty big rear view mirror right there. It is an auto dim mirror. You can turn it on and off with that little switch right there. You have a sunglass holder as well as a wide angle mirror to keep an eye on the kids in the back. You have some lighting controls as well as your garage door openers, tap lights. And this car does have a sunroof with a shade. By the way, pretty nice headliner in this car, but to open it, all we need to do is press this button right here. It'll open fully for you, and you have a little sunshade or wind deflector right there. You could also vent the sunroof by pressing this button right here. So let's go ahead and leave that open and let the light in, and we could go ahead and check out more storage places this car has. Now, pretty cool center console here. It's kind of divided into two spaces. The way you open it is you press the little lid down and it reveals a sort of small opening, or you could open that part and it opens the whole storage area. Pretty big storage area, and this tray is also removable. It's very deep. I assume you could probably fit a couple of 1-gallon milk jugs in there. You have a 12-volt power outlet. So overall, really nice interior. Very spacious as well. You have plenty of room in here. You don't feel claustrophobic at all. So now let's go ahead and turn the car off. We could save them some gas. Let's go ahead and check out the rear area of the car. Do apologize for the wind, but on the back here we have a nice wide door. We also have sunshades here that hook in place up top. Nice trim back here as well. Some storage area. You have a speaker on the door. Now you have bucket seats back here, and there is some adjustability with them. You have a nice pattern in the center here. Pull this lever for recline, and you can also pull the seat forward so you can gain access to the third row of this vehicle. So again, back here you have the climate controls for the rear. For a sort of normal seating position for me up front, I have a great deal of legroom back here. I'm about 5'8", 5'9". Really good legroom. You have a power outlet right there, and two auxiliary inputs right there. In the middle of the floor there is no drivetrain hump, so you'll have no problem sitting a middle passenger if you were to get the bench seat. Now you have a nice little tray here that kind of folds down. Two cup holders and a little tray there. Nice armrest over here. Now taking a look up here, we have some nice air vents here. You also have illumination back here, and this car is very nicely illuminated. There's lights on either side of the vehicle for all three rows, so all of the passengers can see equally at nighttime. Now there are the floor mats back there, so I can't exactly fold the seats up, but I would assume you have a pretty good amount of space to sit back there. Now you can also use this space in the center to get through there so the kids can just kind of scoot back there. You fold them up a little bit. Pretty nice seats there. But now let's go ahead and check out the front passenger space. Now this door does have the smart key entry system, like the driver's. Pretty much the same layout as the driver's door as well. You have lock unlock in your window switch there. Nice storage pocket with bottle holder and a speaker. Now the seat is covered, but it is almost exactly like the passenger seat. And it is power adjusted as well. So taking a look at the lockable glove box, you have a pretty good amount of storage. It's very nice and wide. It's not that deep, but the storage does get made up for this dash length storage there, and you have all your manuals in there as well. So next, let's go see what's going on in the trunk. Okay, so as far as opening the trunk goes, I found 3 different ways. There is a button right next to the Toyota emblem there. You also have a button on the key fob, as well as a button on the interior. But for the purpose of this video, let's go ahead and press and hold the key fob. And we do have a full power trunk light there. You can see your backup lights for the camera. So under this tray right here, we have our tools. We also have little storage trays back here. You see you have cup holders for the 3rd row on either side. You have a nice little lamp right there. Now for starters, our cargo space with the 3rd seats folded up. You have 13.8 cubic feet with the 3rd seats folded down. You have 42.3 cubic feet, and with the 3rd seats and the 2nd row seats folded, you have a massive 83.2 cubic feet of cargo space. So I think that's more than adequate for getting the groceries. You could also go to Lowe's and pick up some 2x4s with that, probably. So taking a look at the gas cap, you have a 19.2 gallon fuel tank, and for this particular model with all-wheel drive and the V6, you'll be getting right around 22 city and 26 on the highway. You have a little hanger there to hang your gas cap so you don't ruin your paint. So to end this video, I'd like to thank each and every one of you that watched, and make sure you check out our channel for future in-depth reviews.